I mean,
Honestly.
I think this is reasonable.
She said that.
I am on a contract and go forward.
There you go,
That
there you
should be
go.
okay.
Yeah, sure.
I don't care about the papers, like, I can get this yours, but
Yeah, they're just heavy.
okay, this.
You.
All right, before we start this meeting, if you have cell phones, please put them on silence, and please note that this meeting is being recorded. So, with that said, at 6:30, I'd like to open up the Woburn Conservation meeting of April 25th, 2024. And first on the agenda, under public hearings, is Kevin Miller. Locus is 4 McDevitt Drive, notice of intent, DP number 348-862, for a house addition, garage, deck, and porch. So if there's someone here to speak on the matter? State your name for,
Sure. Good evening. My name is Danielle Miller. My husband.
Kevin Miller?
and
Yeah, we're looking to amend our current house to have a front porch, a garage addition, and a deck.
okay. Just so everybody knows, we did have a site walk, and I am a little concerned about the back left corner being so close to the wetland. There's supposed to be in perpetuity a post and rail. There are just remnants out there, and I don't ever recall seeing a permit for a shed. The revised plan that everybody got tonight now includes riverfront, which the first one did not. So I'll turn it over to the commission for questions, comments.
I just have a sort of a bookkeeping, if you will. Thank you for the balance of the check for the riverfront, but you guys overpaid us slightly. So it should be $82.50, and you actually gave us a check for $88.75. So if you would like to swap out the check, I'm happy to do that. I didn't deposit it because I didn't want to do that without.
We don't have a checkbook with us, but I can bring it back tomorrow.
That would be
can
great.
Can you keep the extra?
The city could if you wanted
That's
to
fine.
make a donation, but if
Yes.
you'd like to come by and swap out the check, you're welcome to do that. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay.
So, back to the commission.
So, Mr. Chairman, one thing that I think may be lacking is, and it may be fairly simple to do, but generally, if you're working in the riverfront, you should be providing sort of an alternatives analysis, which would be an alternative to sort of what you're proposing, to keeping it sort of less intrusive into the riverfront. So like, say, making the deck smaller, or making the addition smaller, or moving. Like, one of the things I looked at, and maybe something to think about, if it's possible, but the left portion of the deck is kind of wider, or it's a little
Deeper?
bit deeper.
Yeah.
Could that be moved over to the right side, that portion of it? Like, is that where you're going to be walking out onto the deck, maybe?
Yeah, we're hoping that we have a big bay window in the back. I was
Yeah.
hoping to turn that into a slider.
Right,
To be able to
okay.
go out that way to come out back.
Yeah.
We're trying to extend it left as opposed to further back on the right to keep more of the yard space
Yep,
for the kids.
okay. I mean, so that's something to look at, I guess, for an alternative,
Yep.
and maybe as to why that might not be possible. I mean, I
Okay.
think you said yard space, but, so we're looking at that portion of the deck. And is it going to be on,
So we are working to see if there's options to brace it to the structure of the house, if it's possible from an engineering standpoint, as an option, so it wouldn't be posting into the,
you wouldn't need posts?
we don't know yet. I
Okay.
mean, we haven't gotten to that part in the planning, but that's one of the options that we're looking at, if it's possible to brace it like more diagonally, into the structure of the house.
Right, yeah, okay,
Or into a post that's further away.
right. And again, so the deck is actually, I'm thinking, so the deck is going to be above, it's really, you're planning on doing anything underneath the deck? Like a patio or anything like that? Is that-
No, I mean, currently, right now, it's just the slab cement that walks out to the existing slider
Right,
back.
yeah, okay. What else did I have here? And, oh yeah, and the chairman kind of spoke about it a little bit, so back when the house was built, I believe at that time, there was supposed to be the post and rail fence out there that delineates the wetland, or the bordering vegetated wetland. And that's deteriorated, dilapidated. So maybe we'd be looking for, maybe not a post and rail fence, but maybe some sort of signage out there that's sort of delineates the wetland and, you know, no disturb, something like that, if you could look into that a little bit.
Yeah, we did plan on, at some point, redoing that whole fence.
Yeah, that's how we bought the house.
Yeah,
It was
we
like
bought it,
that.
was all, so it's been in the plans.
On the to-do list.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but until we do something like that, I mean, we could put a sign up, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the fence, I didn't see, I think that was a house built in like 1993.
93.
Yeah,
Yeah, so, back then, I'm not sure if we even had a no disturb zone. Might have been
Yeah,
10 feet.
I think it
don't know
was
if we had
prior,
one.
I think it was prior to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at the left structure of the house, it even falls in the do not disturb
Right.
zone.
Yeah,
Because I
right.
think of when the house was built,
Yeah,
was before.
right. But, and I didn't see the order of conditions, if there was one. I think there probably was one, but we usually put in, you know, the fence should remain in perpetuity, you know, so. We're kind of getting away a little bit, I think, from the post and rail, just because they don't last.
Yeah.
there's actually a tree or two that has grown enough to actually,
Push
you
up.
can't even
Yeah, right.
kind of sight it with anymore, so.
I think we,
We saw that over at
Yeah.
Pento as well.
right.
Yeah.
So those are just a couple of thoughts that I had.
Just a couple of, or a comment. In the first submittal, there's a request for a 25-foot no disturb waiver. My first question is, because of riverfront, we're gonna be looking for maybe some alternate plans, or just maybe reforming the house. But it looks like you're still gonna probably need the waiver, but I would like to hold off until we get any of the other plans and see exactly how close, because on the plan now, you're only 7.4 feet is to the closest, and then you are 8 feet, and then 16 and 12 feet. That's real close, and I'm not sure I would be in favor of that waiver, but if we get something that shows on the, as Commissioner Lona said, on the other side of the house where you'll be probably still in that 25-foot no disturb, but it won't be those numbers will grow. And that would really make a difference to my decision.
Would it help if those 7 feet and 8 feet, if those were raised structures and didn't have posts? Does that help the situation?
Are you asking like about cantilevering it? Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be beneficial, I would think.
Okay.
If, you know, if it, as long as
It's
it's like
possible.
sound, right, as long as it is structurally sound.
Right.
And you might want to check also with the building commissioner just to make sure
Okay.
that would meet code.
Okay. Okay.
So that would sort of be one of the alternatives to what you've proposed. And if it can't be done, then, you know, kind of so be it, you know.
Yeah.
And the other one, maybe, just again, to look at putting the wider portion on the right
Right.
side. But again, the deck is going to be above the ground, and it's going to be, I think decks are considered pervious, correct?
I
somewhat.
would think so.
At the moment, they are.
At the moment, right. Okay, yeah.
There's some,
Hurry up then.
well, there's some amendments to the regulations that are, there's draft amendments to the state regulations out there, so that could change, but at the moment, it would be pervious.
Mr. Chairman, if I may?
Yes,
So, good evening. So I'm trying to Google up, I'm looking at the back, and I'm noticing, so we're talking about extending that, the deck that's existing now is gonna become an addition.
Correct.
And then we're gonna wrap around to the back. And it's gonna be, basically, you have a walkout basement now.
Yes, the basement.
Oh,
The
right.
basement-
Sorry, yes.
So it'll be above there, but the basement with the sliding doors, so I just see grass there now, and it's pretty much already, I mean, you didn't do it, but it's already, the no disturb is already just a lawn.
Right,
Lawn area
yeah.
to the pool area. So, I mean, it's just me, but I'm fine where it's above the second floor. The deck that you have proposed, perhaps, I do agree with the Commissioner, the Chairman, that it may be a little bit close, but I'm okay because it's above. It's not infringing
Right.
really on any ground level. But you maybe think about, rather than having a 90-degree, maybe a 45,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
you know?
Yeah.
That might help with the distance, and maybe also with some of the posting.
Okay, yeah.
But I just wanted to echo, I'm okay with where you're not further infringing or disturbing what's otherwise has been disturbed. And where it's above the second, and maybe we can just put in there, if there's no patios, we could put that in writing, that there won't be any further development beneath it. It'll stay pervious.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Yep, no, makes sense, thank you.
So,
anybody over on this side? Any questions or
Just,
comments?
Mr. Chairman, yeah, you had mentioned you were talking about possibly replacing the fence. Were you thinking of replacing with the post and rail, or did you have something else in mind? And
We hadn't really gotten that far yet. I mean,
well, I guess my question, I guess, would they need to add anything to the plans where if the post and rails are already, well, they're not there really shown? Should it be added to
Actually,
it?
I think it might be shown. I mean,
It's a little bit-
some of the posts are shown.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to see because they're a little bit lighter.
It's
They're not
really
in the
light.
dark, but it's the little circles and line.
Okay,
It's
now I see.
pretty close to the wetland line, but
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but it's there.
Okay, yeah, there is,
goes back and
so
around.
those are already on the plan then. I guess if you were to think about something different, like a vinyl fence or the white type of fences that they use a lot, we would probably want to require some space under it, which we've done in the
Right.
past.
Right, for the animal
But
wildlife.
yeah,
Yes.
in water and wildlife there. So I guess on that note, if you are going to make any changes to the plans, think about the fence if you think you need to add any more info on the plans. If you, so.
Anybody else? This is a public hearing. If there's anybody in the audience that would like to speak, seeing none, I'll bring it back to the commission. Any last questions or comments?
No, I mean, you think you have a handle on sort of what we're looking for as far, yeah? Maybe get that to us sometime next week, is that gonna be possible?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, great.
As long as it's, we're okay with the drafted plans as
Yeah.
is for now? Okay.
And I guess just one clarification on the riverfront, because I did get a picture from the City of Engineering of like where it falls. So I just want to make sure like where, we understand the ground control piece because it wasn't flagged all the way because it's not our property. So that's just one reason why there's only a few flags on the actual plot plan for your awareness because they went back into the lot, but the other flags would have been in our direct neighbor's yard, so they didn't go in that property.
Yeah, I kind of drew a line, following sort of the line that the river was on. And I think that's about what I looked tonight, and
Okay.
it looks like it goes fairly parallel to your house, so.
Okay.
I'm fine with,
Okay, because I did bring the printout if anybody wanted to see it, just
Yeah.
in case.
No,
So-
I've seen.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I've seen, I have a pretty good handle on where it is.
Okay.
And I scaled it out, and it was roughly about 100 feet to where the deck, the addition's gonna be, so, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So is it your request that we continue the public hearing?
Yes.
Okay?
So I move that we continue the public hearing.
I'll second.
Our
May 8th,
May 9th meeting
9th?
at 6:30 PM.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
All right, under business items, I guess we will table the tree program.
Actually, let me just address the tree program if I can. So Commissioner Malone is not able to be here tonight, but he did want me to remind the commission members that to show up at 8 on Saturday out at,
This Saturday?
yes, 2
Already?
days from now? Yes. I guess it's good that we're doing the reminder. So he would like everybody to show up at 8 if possible to help set up, and then the people who've ordered trees should be showing up at 9. So that'll give time to unload the truck, to set things up, to, DPW said that they would provide some cones and stuff so that we can help. Yes, it'll be out in the parking lot out here. Yeah, I think that's it. I have a list of the trees that were ordered, so we can check that against what's on the truck when it gets here, and we should be good. So, thank you.
Do we have a number on the sales?
40 trees.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
40, huh?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
sold out?
Sold out. Yep,
Pretty good.
yep. So,
All right,
yeah, so bring your muscles and.
Ready.
Good.
John, Conservation Day?
Yeah, we've had a couple of talks, and Jim and I sat for a little bit and went over some things that we're considering to do for projects, and some that we think we probably ought to table due to time and manpower and materials. So we're looking to have probably a good, probably 6 to 8 or so various, closer to 8 probably, various, actually probably more than that, various little projects. Some of them are, a little more involved, so that I think it's a good amount of work, especially since the amount of time we have from, 9 to noon essentially, so. And so we just gotta bring some good weather and volunteers, and I think we'll be good. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I think that's, John, I think that sums it up quite well. I think that two of the projects that are, or three with the Scout Troop 502's involvement in various cleanup activities, other groups involved in cleanup activities, that kind of frees us up to do some work on
Yeah. And we get,
some of the other items that we had. So I think that of those eight items or 8 actions, I think that there's some outside folks that are probably taking up
take them up.
at least a couple of them.
With a good amount of people, it sounds
Yeah.
like, too, so that's good. So look to be in good shape.
Great. Awesome. All right.
Also on Conservation Day, we did, I gave a copy, everybody should have a copy of the email that was sent, requesting that the commission allow a group that's doing some fundraising to support nonprofits to collect gently used sneakers and redistribute them, or and try to keep them out of landfills, basically. And they wanted to kind of partner and do it on Conservation Day. So I'm not sure if that's something that the commission would want to do, because the commission hasn't really done that with any other groups, and I don't know if that opens it up to anybody else. So I'm bringing it to the commission to ask if it's something that you think is appropriate to do on Conservation Day.
I think it's probably a pretty good event, but Conservation Day, I don't think it should be done on Conservation Day. That's just my feeling. John, you're running the
Yeah,
program,
I
so-
kind of have the same feeling. I mean, I do think it's a worthwhile thing to have done. But especially, we don't want to be inundated, I think, on Conservation Day in the futures to have many other, events that we're going to have to, try to, hold off on. And
Yep.
so I kind of do agree with that. So, and I don't know at this point if they would have a lot of time to advertise for it till another week. But, so I would say I'm okay not allowing it myself. I don't know about how everyone else feels. If there's any other, strongly the other way, let us know.
I agree with you guys. Like, we don't really, I mean, I'm sure the fundraising organization is probably on the up and up, but we don't know anything about it. I'm sure the scouts have looked into it. And I agree that it sounds like a great idea to raise some money. I did go on the I think I was on the right website, and they'll give $7 for an excellent, a pair of sneakers that's in excellent shape, $2 for good, $1 for fair, and $0 for something that they can just recycle. So, I don't know, like, I think Conservation Day is for just basically kind of trying to clean up conservation areas, and I think that should be the main
Yeah,
function.
as far as our part
Yeah.
of it, yeah.
I mean, I think, and I think there's going to be plenty of opportunity for those guys to, you go to sneaker outlets or sports outlets and see if you can get those people to put a bin out for, and, I mean, I think there's a lot of, any road races, that are coming up in the city.
At a venue.
Yeah, I think that's a,
I would love to know where it is. I agree, but I have so many sneakers. I never throw them away because of that.
I can put you in touch with her. Well, you can reach out directly.
I don't want the money.
Or-
I just want to
or
bring
you-
my bags.
you won't get the money.
You'll, yeah,
donate the sneakers.
on Conservation Day, you can ask the scouts where you can do that. That's great.
When and where, and bring them over.
All right, I will respond to her and
All right,
let her
so
know.
is it the consensus of the
Yes.
commission?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I just
so.
have one, I just have one question. Because I read this and I was a little unclear exactly what they were trying to do anyway. Was it, at first I thought, are they gonna go around Horn Pond looking for sneakers?
Take them off your
That I would be okay
Because,
with.
because I think that there's probably not much of it down there. But then is it really that they want to set up a collection
I think
area
so.
so
I think
people
it's
can throw their
that.
used sneakers in?
Yeah.
Exactly,
I
yeah,
think
we're
it's
looking
that.
for a donating spot.
Got it, okay. Yeah, so I'm in agreement with
Really, right?
the other commission members
Okay.
on this.
All right, I'll reach out. Thank you. And one other thing on Conservation Day, Jerry Keough sent me a mock-up of a potential patch, so I
That
don't
was
know if
gonna
you
be
can
my
see
next
it on the other
question.
side of the room.
Too late for you.
I know, I like that.
Did
I
you
like
have a
that.
design?
I like that.
So if everybody's good, I'll let her know. All right.
Not as good as the old. Puffer fish.
All right, next, we had a request for permission for tree removals at 9 Pinto Road. Jerry, myself, Jim, and Steve went out, and the trees are causing problems, and the four of us went ahead and gave her the okay to get somebody to take down the trees, but there is another post and rail remnant that is in probably worse shape than the one out at McDevitt. And we didn't want to make the decision then. We want everybody to be on board and make the decision as to whether we should have them replace the post and rail or do the post with signage.
I thought we were thinking about those the
Yeah.
granite.
I like just the grid, just the
The granite with
delineation.
just the,
Yeah, so
I like
a
that.
post with signage is,
The granite, I mean, we had floated that idea to her, and she seemed receptive,
okay,
so I guess we're gonna have to follow up with that,
yep,
because there was also some yard waste.
yard waste. She said she would get a landscaper in there to clean out what was there. There was a Christmas tree, and she seems to believe that the wind blew the leaves there, but the leaves that we typically see were on the bank, and she said she would do it, so. But I agree with Jerry, it's gonna be something we'll need to follow up on. So, we'll go with the post and sign it.
Okay.
Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Terrific. Any, site visits?
I think something we should probably look at, it kind of maybe fell off the radar, but 22 Grant, we should probably get out there and find out where they're at as far as plantings and getting the yard stabilized, just in the back there.
Do we know if the new owners have had any contact in
We
cooperation?
did a site walk with the new,
Yeah, we did, but have they, are they?
Reached out to us?
Are they taking over the rest
Oh,
of it?
yeah, I don't know.
I thought he said he was, wasn't he?
Okay.
Didn't we meet
Thought they
him?
might have to, yeah.
I think, yeah, okay, all right.
But we should just, I don't know, maybe reach out to them, I guess, and
Well, if the commission schedules a group site visit, I'll contact them and let them know when, and if there's a problem with that day and time, I'll let you guys know.
what's a good day for anybody?
Let's see.
Saturday after the tree?
I'm not around this weekend. I have a wedding, so
Okay.
I can do it during the week, depending on you guys.
we get the parking lot cleaned up and go over after the trees are all gone?
Shouldn't be long.
What's gonna take the longest time is getting over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I should be able to do that.
We should dump it.
Jim?
When are we gonna do, what's the day, what's the date, Saturday?
Saturday.
Oh, yeah, sure.
After the tree program.
After we get the parking lot cleaned up and all the trees gone, we'll get in the cars and go over.
Fine, works for me.
And pickup is 9 to 11,
10:30.
10:30.
So
But we would be
About
there by
11-ish.
no later than 11.
Yeah.
most likely sounds about right.
Anybody, we don't have minutes, so we'll table that. Anybody have anything else before the commission?
I can think of.
Well, I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? John, I think I broke your record.
Please don't forget to pick up your box before you leave.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Plenty of homework.
Yeah, I know it.
Can I?